So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Finding space inside the 40. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
Let's go.
They'll run it here. It is the rookie from Tennessee. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his second touchdown of the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels has his man. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 54 yards. Play action. Here's Daniels. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. OBJ. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. He'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down. Out of a gun, here's a run up the gut. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Jayden Daniels, you look at his time at LSU, Mike, and he certainly had great wide receivers to throw to. But now being a rookie quarterback and having the veteran presence of a guy like Terry McLaurin, that is such a comfort for any young quarterback getting his feet under him in this league.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Go! Rocco switch, Rocco switch. Go!
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll motion over Samuel. He'll get this out to the left flat. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Sack.
They'll go with him again. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
Ready up.
Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal.
Let's go now.
The tight end Ertz in motion.
Set go.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Going deep downfield for Judy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football at their own 40.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play.
Alert! Alert! Ready! Get up!
They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. The motion man here is McLaurin. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Right side, catch made by McLaurin. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
79 Bronco, set ready. Cowboy 80. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
On play action, Daniels.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
70 range, 70 range. Ready, ready.
Throwing again, Daniels. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes, and I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this will stay a 3-point game. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go. Go.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number two kicks off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
The third quarter begins with a run. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. The linebacker Jerome Baker there to make the play. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's 3rd and 2. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Washington.
19, target, 19, target.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Ready, set. Ready.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. They'll look to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
2nd and a yard.
Here we go, set.
To the air again is Daniels. That is caught by the tight end, Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the left side, he's got Njoku. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Daniels now on 1st down. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw over the middle. It's Odell. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone.